Tonight, we've prepared a story that's best enjoyed together as a family. So get cozy, snuggle up with your little one, and let's drift into a gentle world of magic, warmth, and wonder. Now, the story begins. My dear child, tonight I want to tell you a wonderful story about an old lady with a very special name, Granny Thread. She lived in a small, cozy cottage with a round porch. Her house looked like something out of a fairy tale with carved shutters, a cherry orchard, and a swing hanging under a linden tree. In the mornings, the air smelled like mint, tea, and in the evenings like apple and cinnamon pie. There was a legend in the village that many years ago, a little girl was born right at dawn, just as the first golden thread of sunlight touched the earth. And ever since, she had loved to knit with threads of every kind. But don't all grannies love to knit, you might ask? Well, Granny Thread didn't just knit things, she knitted feelings. She poured her kind heart into every stitch, and in doing so, brought happiness to everyone around her. If someone was fighting, she'd knit a friendship belt, and soon they'd make peace. If someone was afraid of the dark, she'd create a firefly nightlight that softly glowed all through the night. If she knitted a scarf, it smelled of mint and warmed you up, even in a snowstorm. If she knitted a pillow, you'd have nothing but sweet dreams on it. And if she knitted a little animal with love, it would surely come to life, because in every loop Granny Thread wove a piece of her warm heart. In the back room of her cottage was her workshop. It was a magical place filled with wonder. On the walls hung bright pictures made from yarn. Cloud-shaped pillows lay on the couch. Baskets of knitted toys stood by the fireplace, and the woolen clock didn't tick-tock. It whispered, "Knit, knit." But the most magical thing about Granny was her special threads. She had a round basket embroidered with flowers, which she had kept since her youth. Inside it were threads of every color in the rainbow: sky blue, sunshine yellow, violet like the evening sky, and even silver ones that shimmered like frosty snow. Each thread was enchanted. Why? Because it could knit miracles. And Granny Thread also had a magical chest, not just filled with yarn balls, but with entire yarn stories. One ball was made from moonlight, another from a rainy rainbow, and a third from forest moss. Some even sang softly when you touched them. "Granny, why are you called Thread?" children once asked her. Granny smiled and adjusted her glasses. "Because, my dears, I knit miracles from threads." "What kind of miracles?" the children asked in amazement. "Let me show you," she said. She pulled several colourful yarn balls from her basket. "This warm orange one calms those who feel sad. This one with sparkles helps you make wishes. This dark green one," she paused and gently stroked it, "can grow a blooming knitted tree. The yellow one helps you knit a little sun for gloomy days. And if you combine them all, you can make a beautiful bouquet to give someone on their birthday." Everything in Granny's house was knitted. There were knitted curtains on the windows, knitted flowers in pots on the sills, and knitted clocks on the walls. Even the teapot was knitted, and to everyone's amazement, it never spilled. The knitted teapot stood on a small wooden shelf by the window. It was soft like a pillow, striped in blue, yellow, and green, like a rainbow after the rain. The tea inside never got cold, and when Granny poured it into cups, instead of steam, gentle little clouds rose, smelling of mint and chamomile. The curtains were lace knit, delicate like spiderwebs spun from the finest threads. Granny embroidered them with little birds and flowers, so in the morning, when the sunlight peeked in, the whole cottage looked like an enchanted garden. She even had a knitted alarm clock with ears like a bunny. It didn't ring, it softly snorted when morning came, as if whispering, "Wake up, a new day has begun." And if someone tried to hide under the covers, it squeaked louder and bounced in place. On her bedside table stood a knitted lamp. Its golden shade was crocheted, and when it lit up, it felt like a little sun rose in the room. Its light didn't hurt your eyes. It wrapped you in warmth, telling soft bedtime tales of its own. She also had a knitted calendar. Each day was a little patch she flipped every morning. If the day was especially nice, she'd attach a small knitted flower to it. And if someone came to visit, she'd sew on a button in their honor. The children in the village adored Granny Thread. They often came by to sip her fragrant tea, eat fresh pie, listen to her wonderful stories, and see what new marvel she had knitted today.